lesson 22 of Digital Marketing 3. You see, guys, that you are moving, and I hope that it's not too fast to the extent that you're struggling to catch up with the things that you have learned so far. So, can someone summarize what you've just done in lesson 21?
Okay, lesson 21, we went over the different types of intermediaries, the disintermediation, re-intermediation, and we also went through the Canvas business model.
Okay. All right. So as you know, the tradition, guys, we unpack theory, then we bring an exercise and try to apply it. So in this lesson, we're still doing the same thing. We are still on the micro environment analysis, focusing on intermediation, but we are going to be doing application. So the lesson outcomes are still the same, but we are going to be doing application. So we are going to be applying the Canvas business model to something. Okay. So I brought in the Canvas business model since you are going to be using it. Do you guys have textbooks with you right now?
Yes, I do.
Obonolo?
I'll get mine now, sir.
Or you are in complete darkness?
No, I was using following with you on Call Campus.
Okay. All right. I just need you guys to have the Canvas model with you so that when I leave this page, you can relate, because I'm going to leave this page. That's why I'm asking. So it's not a witch hunt, whether I've got a textbook or not. Even if you have got the image somewhere else, it's fine. All right. So here's the Canvas model, guys. I unpacked it in the previous lesson. So now let's apply it. Apply the Canvas business model to a startup company that wants to enter the market for kids' toys. Kids' toys. First of all, let me ask you guys something very interesting. Do you have kids?
No.
No, I don't have kids.
Do you see yourselves having kids anytime soon?
No.
Yo, guys, the way you are saying no in bold, that's worrisome. All right. All right. Have you ever had any experience with kids? Like your
Yes.
sister's kids, your
Yes.
siblings, if you've got little brothers,
Yes.
Okay. Because when you're starting up a business, you need to have some idea about something. That's why I'm asking you these guys. So we are all aware of kids' toys, right?
Yes.
Okay. So let's go back and look at the Canvas model. You are starting up a company that needs to enter the market, the market of kids' toys. Which partners would you have there? So let's look at key partners. Who would you partner with? Because if you do not have a partner, your business is bound to fail.
So the key partners as per this business model, so maybe marketing agency and freelancers, maybe industry influencers and bloggers, because for things like Huggies and stuff, I've seen influencers actually influence with their babies. So maybe they can use the toys to influence with their babies.
Okay. And what about with customers? Would you partner with your customer?
How would one do that?
For example, you're selling toys. Would you want to partner with schools, kindergarten schools, creche? Creches, guys.
How
Or restaurants. You know, restaurants, they've got kids play area, right?
Yes.
So wouldn't you partner with them to supply them with the toys?
But isn't the aim to get the parents of the kids to buy the toys?
Yes, but we need a channel. Would you prefer going directly to the parents? Because remember, guys, an intermediary can also be a partnership.
Okay. I think
So,
if
mhm, I'm listening.
is it possible, because I'm thinking now, what if I partner with Pampers maybe?
Mm-hmm.
Pampers sells diapers, right? Doesn't sell
Yes.
toys. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a threat or competitor to them. So
Mm-hmm.
I could maybe partner with Pampers
Mm-hmm.
or
Yes,
Huggies, yes,
definitely can.
a
Yes.
brand related to children.
Okay, or even Nestle for none. Okay,
Yes.
I get you guys. All right. Let's leave key partners alone. What about key activities? What would you do around content creation, experience creation, service promotion, or sales maximization?
I would create I would get obviously influencers with kids to create the content for me.
So why would kids, do these kids read, or are you targeting the kids or are you targeting the parents?
Retargeting the parents of the kids, using the kids on the video will just show that it's kids related, that kids love it. So obviously retargeting the person I'm targeting, there are people called mom influencers, like moms who are influencers, followed by other moms, like influenced being influencing other moms. So that's
Okay, I get you.
yes. So I think that would also be something easier to do.
And what about experience creation? How would you create experiences around the toys?
I said I don't know.
It's difficult, eh? It's
Yeah.
difficult to think about.
Mm.
Razia, are you asleep?
No, it just
Okay,
really is
guys,
difficult.
it's easy to create experiences, guys. Selling a product, you can also have experimentation. So you can always invite parents, you can always invite children, have a function, and they have a one-on-one experience with those toys. It happens at the mall in most cases. If you go, is it Toy R Us? I don't know, those toy brands, whereby a child can actually be given an opportunity to be with a toy. So it's an
Um,
experience. Once they feel good about that toy, they become loyal customers. They would love them.
yes, also similar to Mr. Price recently launched Mr. Price Kids.
Oh,
That's
I didn't
actually
know
what
that.
they did. They before the day of the opening, they brought kids in and the moms to enjoy the toys and what they were selling. So I think that's also a good idea.
Yes, or even attend functions where kids are doing those castle jumping and stuff like that. You introduce your toy so that they can have an experience. Remember, they're not buying them yet, but you are developing an emotional attachment with those toys, right?
Yes.
Okay. What else did I not mention there? Service promotion and sales maximization. Service promotions, guys. What is it that you can do there? You know, it looks very difficult, but the moment we start engaging on it, it becomes very easy. There are toys, guys, that need some servicing in terms of maybe they use batteries, you know, or if it's broken because kids break a lot of things, you can give them maintenance servicing, you know, or direct them to the manufacturers, selling them accessories, such as batteries, or even having parts for toys. So it depends what kind of a toy it is going to be. Then in terms of maximizing sales, as I said, guys, you can always partner with restaurants on their kids' areas, or even to your popular GP, general practitioner, or even kindergarten schools, creches. Does it make sense, or you think this can be argued?
It makes sense.
All right, then key resources, of course, you guys said you can get a content creator, the mom influencers and stuff like that. So on key resources, that's pretty clear. But remember, you need to afford them because there are some influencers that are very expensive. Having celebrity or influencer endorsement, guys, is not easy. Some are expensive. Do you know that?
Yes.
So on that one, it can be determined by the cost that are at bottom there. Remember, there's cost for content creation. So it depends with your budget. Then value proposition. What value can you offer there? Something that will differentiate you from other toy providers or other businesses that are in the toys for kids. What value would you offer there? Creative guys?
So I see here it mentions things of using recommendations from ebooks, courses, and software. So there's a toy that my sister bought for my nephew. It's these Legos, and it's the Mario edition Legos. Mario Kart and stuff.
Yes.
So this Mario, you have to then download an app, and there's different functionalities that this little Mario can do with the Legos, but only if you download the app. So I think, if you do things like that that encourage the parents or whatever to download apps, you can have more reach and more like engagement with the customer, because then you can have things like push notifications. um yeah.
Okay, it makes sense. What other value can you put there? That one definitely makes sense. There's something that a student mentioned during the full-time class. Guys, I'll keep mentioning students, full-time students, and yes, believe me, I also mention you guys during day classes, because at the end of the day, it's the same subject, and sometimes it's good to share ideas. So I'm not bragging about full-time students. All right. So someone mentioned that the value that you can create is that instead of producing mere toys, you can also produce value in terms of bringing in toys that are educational. So those that you have basic literacy, like the alphabetical letters or basic numeracy, having some basic mathematics like the 1+1s and so on. Do you think that would be valuable for kids?
But isn't that already available?
Yes, but if you bring it on your company as an add-on, remember, parents don't have to go and get educational stuff and then they get toys. But if toys are educational, they are having two-in-one, if you get what I mean.
Yes, I get this. Yeah.
Because it becomes valuable that they wouldn't want to go and get something that is educational there, then they come to you to get a toy that entertains a child. But if a toy itself is educational, it means that they are saving on their money and their. Then we move on to customer relationships. So what would you do there to boost a relationship with parents or with kids?
What would I do? I think I would like create campaigns that increase engagement between, the company and the parents and the children.
Okay.
Yeah, so sort of have
And what type of campaigns would be that?
perhaps at the release of this, new toy to show all its capabilities and
Okay.
all its value. And so, you can get the parents and the children involved in these activations.
All right. So you can sort of expose them to the latest toys that are there. New toys, new techniques within the kids. So they'll always be curious about what you're about to release. That's all about the relationship. They'll think about you when they don't have to think about you when it comes to toys. The self-service guys, how would you personalize them? So for example, you can have the customer relationship management uh, tracker that can track their purchasing behavior, on individual basis. So you can see that this child loves toys like these ones. So you keep providing specific toys to them. I don't know if I'm making sense. So if someone is so much into teddy bears, you just keep exposing them to more teddy bears that they've never come across before. Would that work?
Yes, it would.
Then on co-creation, guys, what is co-creation? Do you know what co-creation is?
Isn't it maybe creating the product or creating I don't know, but maybe creating something like the business creating something with the customer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
That's
working
true.
with,
So it's collaborating. The word that you're missing there is collaboration with customers.
yes.
So here with the toys, you can actually collaborate with kids. So for example, you record kids interacting with the toy, using the toy, then put it on your YouTube channel or something like that, you know, taking in their ideas. Or you can let the kids come up with ideas with the type of the toys that they'd like to have. But remember, the kids do not have the manufacturing capacity. So based on what they are saying and on what type of a toy they have, you can always grab those ideas and come up with the toys that they've just illustrated to you in their imagination. Car manufacturers does that. They would ask consumers about the kind of the car, like the aspects that they would like to see in a car, the features. Then they incorporate those big features if they are practical. So you can also co-create with kids, come up with the toys that are tailored based on their desires and imagination. Makes sense, right?
Yes.
Then let's move on to channels. Which channels can you use to communicate, be it with your partners or with your customers? Because those that are listed there, they are just examples. Which one can you add on and how would you use them?
SMS.
How do you market to kids, guys?
With social media, I think how you market to kids, it's already listed here. I think
Mhm.
the most effective is social media, TikTok. Kids are on
Okay, TikTok,
TikTok.
social media.
And
Okay,
to parents who buy the product, definitely email marketing. Now,
email
shops
marketing.
shops are
All
very
right.
clever. You can get a slip through emails. So obviously that will just be them an advantage of taking their emails and marketing through that.
What about the digital pop-ups? Those pop-ups on websites, paid advertising, would it work?
Yes.
Are we targeting the parents or the kids with pop-ups?
You are targeting the parents because they're the ones who are on the digital community.
Okay, yes, that can work.
All right, and let's hear you.
Maybe some traditional marketing. Could we not use like maybe a billboard? Because you know when kids are sitting in their car seats, they're like, "Oh, mommy, daddy, look, I want this." So you know, perhaps we could
Okay.
incorporate some traditional marketing there.
Even on TV, you can go to cartoon channels or even on YouTube channels for kids. All right.
Yes.
So there's a lot that you can do there, guys. And what about segments? How can you segment your customers? For
Okay.
example, are you going to be B2C or B2B? B2B meaning you're going to sell your toys to other businesses like restaurants or like churches who have got Sunday school or whatever. So how are you going to segment your customers here?
It can be B2B and B2C.
Oh, so it can be both. Okay.
Yes.
All right. And can you segment the children?
How would one do that if possible?
Say it again. Can you segment the kids?
Yeah, how would one go about segmenting the kids? Hello?
I think we lost him there for a bit.
Ah, okay.
Hi, Omnolo.
Hello, sir.
My apologies. I don't know what happened to my internet there.
Okay.
You know, all of a sudden I realized that I'm disconnected. I'm sure Razia is going to be in very soon. I lost you guys. I was asking about segmentation. How do you segment your customers?
Okay, so I'm going to have to reopen the textbook.
Okay, and I hope Obonolo is also Razia is also coming in.
Um, we're talking about segments. So I don't
Yeah,
think.
how would you segment kids?
Oh, we actually Razia was asking how would we go about segmenting the kids?
Okay, I think I saw that, and Razia is nowhere to be found now. But I want to answer you, then she comes in, then I answer her again.
I don't know. Any option is okay, sir.
Okay, I think she'll join with time. So, you know, toys, kids in general have got different ages and different gender. So you need to ask yourself, can you segment kids based on their gender, which is demographic segmentation? Or can you segment kids based on their age? Like maybe these toys are for 1 to 2, and these are for 3 to 4. Do you get what I mean? So I'm sure
Yes.
we can never have, maybe there are the toys that are not age sensitive, but kids have got different thinking capacities at different ages. Can we have geographical segmentation that you can focus on kids who are based in Santin versus kids who are based in Alex or in KwaZulu Natal? You know, geographic segmentation can be based on many things, be it at national level, at provincial level, at municipal level. So I'm sure that with this business, you can also segment um, your kids based on their age. I don't know if toys are becoming unisex. Do you think there are toys meant for girls only and toys meant for boys only?
I think as people, um, we take it like that. But kids being kids, they just. But I think in shops, toys are definitely segmented for girls and boys.
Okay. So I'd find it a problem if a boy child is busy with pink toys.
We just don't see it as normal. Or
Mm-hmm.
obviously, parents will have questions because already in our minds, we know that these certain toys are for girls and these ones are for boys.
Okay, all right, that's true. Then where were we on segmentation? Okay, and since you said it's B2B, B2C, we can also segment that. Then, when it comes to your costs at the bottom are there, how are you going to split your money? Who are you going to pay? Who and what costs are you going to cover there?
Um, salary, is it salary of the employees?
Okay, so are you definitely going to have an employee or you can run a kids' toy shop on your own?
No, I'll definitely need employees to help me run it.
Okay,
I'll definitely also need content creation.
okay. So
Yeah,
are you going to be an online store or you're going to have a physical shop?
I would love to be both,
All
but
right.
maybe as depending obviously on the capital, I would probably start online and then when there's enough capital, be physical. But if there's enough capital already, I'll definitely be physical and then consider online after.
Okay. So it means that there are going to be cost for rentals. You have to pay rent.
Yes.
All right. What else is there on costs? Okay, you've covered almost everything. Then how are you going to make money?
I'm going to make money obviously through, let's say I open the shop, through sales in the shop, through sales
Mm-hmm.
online. And also I also want to ask, with collaboration, let's say I collaborate, or I kind of, what's the word? I, sh- I forgot the word that we used earlier, but let's say I collaborate with Pampers.
Or you mean you use intermediaries or
Yeah, okay, yes, intermediary. No, not intermediaries. Remember, I was saying I would choose Pampers.
so is it partnerships? I'm trying to help you.
Partnership, partnership. Sorry.
Okay.
Let's say
All
I
right.
partner with Pampers, ne? So because
Mm-hmm.
I'm the new one, am I the one paying Pampers? I don't get money from it.
Normally, since it's a partnership, we always work on a deal. Some they'll say because I bring in more customers, it's a 60-40. Some will say it's a 50-50, if you get what I mean. So it depends with the nature of the deal.
Okay, because I honestly feel like if I'm starting a toy brand, it would be very much easier for me to make more sales through a partnership
Okay.
than starting on my own. Pampers is a very trusted company and brand. So
Mm.
parents wouldn't hesitate buying my toys, seeing the partnership that I have with Pampers.
Okay. Then with the website that you have and all the digital assets that you have, would you consider generating income other than anything that related to your toys, like from ads revenue?
Yes, definitely, I would consider that. But I would consider doing that. But obviously, that wouldn't give me much money because I'm only starting and people are not familiar to my business. I
Okay.
mean, I mean, there are a lot of toy shops that have ads pop up everywhere. But obviously, some you like, oh, it's probably a spam. It's probably, you see. So I
Mm.
don't think as a new starting company, I'll make money, a lot of money from it. I'll
Okay.
probably start, yes.
All right. Reza, welcome back. My apologies. The network completely kicked me out and I had to be in again. So I remember before you went on, I saw something saying that how can you segment children? And Obonolo reminded me. So we can segment children based on their age because I believe children having different ages, they can use different toys. And we can segment them also based on their, what is it that we discussed, Obonolo?
We can segment them through their gender, through their
Mm-hmm.
age, through their
Yes.
where they stay. Yes.
So yes, as well as gender. I don't know what's your take on this, Razia. Do you think toys can be determined by gender, or nowadays all toys are unisex?
Oh, I definitely think it's important to have that segmentation with gender. These new, I don't agree with the new gender neutrality thing, especially when it comes to kids. We shouldn't be confusing our kids with gender neutralness, you know?
But what if your girl child is so good at driving cars, toys that are cars? Would you stop her from doing that and give her the dolls or?
No, I'd most likely give her a pink car or something that shows that, you're a girl still.
Okay, all right. So we have done most of the stuff. We are now on revenue stream. So we're talking about revenue, like how can you generate advertising revenue, for example? So we're not saying that pop-ups advertising at the moment wouldn't work because we are still at a startup phase. So we haven't established ourselves yet, and people wouldn't trust the things that are popping up on our screens. They'll end up thinking maybe it's scam or something like that. Am I right, or no? Is that the way you put it?
Yes, so yes. Also to add on that, I was saying, as a starting company,
Mm-hmm.
people don't know about you. For example, let me go back to Shein. With
Yes.
Shein, if I were to get a pop-up from Shein, I'm familiar with it. It will be so
Mm-hmm.
much easier for me to click on it because I
Yes.
know the store, it's out there, everybody knows it. But if I'm starting a toy shop now that nobody knows about, they'll be like,
Mm.
ah, it's probably just a link that is here to hack me, or a spam or something, because they don't know about me. And besides, there are a lot of toy shops. You see?
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Okay, guys. Anything else that would like to add on that one? On the canvas model, do you get the gist of it? Of how you can apply it to any starting business that you'd like to consider?
Yes.
All right, so that's it about lesson 22. We are left with lesson 23 and 24. Are there any questions about this lesson?
No questions.
No.
Okay.